All right. I think everything is working. Alrighty. Yeah, I split a lot late there, so I let the cutscene play for a sec, but I mean, it'll get retimed, so it doesn't really matter. And this isn't getting submitted anyway, so. It's just for me. That angle's so bad. I'm gonna bonk! I'm going to bonk! Or I'm just not going to roll at all. I guess that's better. Still learning how to do those side throws. Very shit at it. Very bad at all of the controls which use motion. Or button controls on the goat, but like side throwing or up throwing? I am not the goat. I guess maybe someday. Button controls, I am the goat. Immediately messes up the next button control input. Ball ride. Okay, I don't remember what my Cap Kingdom was the last time I recorded this, but it was probably stinky garbage compared to, well, I mean, this is stinky garbage, so what are we talking about? But relative to the last run, this is better. But it is a gold, so, but it's a fake gold because my PB doesn't have my splits recorded, so, or at least not on live split. I always love rolling under the chain chomp. It feels very cool. Feels very cool and looks like I know what I'm doing. Eventually I do want to transition to doing DSS. Obviously I've never attempted it before, and I kind of only half know how to do it. But obviously I have to be... There's so much other time save that's so much easier than DSS. So that's literally just like an ego thing. But I'm thinking since it's like right at the beginning of the run, like I could go for it a couple times. Maybe once every other day. If like once I learn it, just to pick up like a shit ton of extra time save on some runs. But normal dino skip is fine for my purposes. Pretty good Madame Brood fight so far. Lately I've been slacking and not going for like the head hit on the golden chunk. But yeah, that actually is a really good Madame Brood for me. At least leaving Madame Brood at this time is pretty good. Also, for all of like the multi moves, there's like ideal setups to literally just instantly get out of the cutscene and jump into it, which I need to learn. Because I don't, I walk or dive to it like an idiot and just miss out on easy time save. But whatever. Whatever. Alright, let's see if I can avoid the chain jump on the way back. Yeah, well, if you go all the way around the chain jump, then you can avoid it. And also lose 4 seconds. However much fucking time that lost me. But alright. Dude, there's probably like audio input coming in the background. From Goofy Siri. Or Alexa. Oh my god, a huge gold! A huge gold! Yeah, that is a big gold, which is actually nice. Because, I mean, it's now nice right now because I'm racing against like I said earlier, doo-doo garbage splits. But like, this will be better for subsequent runs because then I'll be running against actual decent times and I'll kind of have a better understanding of how I'm doing. It's like right now I'm like, oh my god, I'm 30 seconds ahead, but that means literally nothing. That means literally nothing. But I'm excited to be doing more full game runs because what usually happens when I start getting back into Mario Odyssey speedrunning is I do a bunch of runs. Oh, damn, I missed the bird. I'm so bad at the game. And I hate this. This blanket is literally like the destroyer of dreams, because if you throw your cap into it, it just takes your jump, and then you value dive, and then you're hooked. But whatever. But what I was saying is I'm excited to be doing more full game runs, because I'll get better at the full game. Instead of what usually happens is I just do the first couple kingdoms over and over and over again, and then I get decent at those. And then like the back half of the kingdom, or back half of the kingdoms, I'm so bad at. But I'm excited. And I always miss this because I turn my vibration off. But that being said about the back half of the kingdoms, my Bowser's Kingdom in my last recorded run for the full game, 90%, was actually pretty decent because it had like a good boss fight in it, and usually I'm like really doo-doo at that boss fight, which I also need to learn how to do fast. That one is starting to get into like necessarily like harder tricks, but like stuff where it's not like I could practice it for like right before the run and then for sure get it. And I messed it up. It was alright. It's funny, I've watched so many like actual speedruns of people doing this, and there's so many like cool tricks I know of, and I kind of almost know how to do. That sounds dumb because I'm not doing it. Like I know how you're supposed to do it, but I don't know if I'm most likely not capable of doing it. At least not without a little bit of practice, which I could do, but I can't remember whose chat it was. I was in somebody's chat who runs this game, and I was asking him like, hey, because it was a similar period of like I hadn't played in a while and I wanted to get back into it. I'm like, hey, what do you like recommend doing to get back into it? And they were literally just like, just do full game runs, just play the game, and that makes sense. Like, obviously, time in is going to just make you better, especially once again when I have so much like easy time save that is just from better execution. Like, time in is probably the best thing for me. And it's fun, because I don't have to sit and do boring practice, which I will eventually if I want to, you know, hit a certain level. But not right now. Stuff like this, like, could just be better, but I'm just not really paying attention, or like thinking. Not my strong suits. Not my strong suits for sure. But I don't know. Like, I don't even know how the audio is picking up right now. Like, I did some tests and the audio was kind of shit. And then I was like, oh, I'll hook up my headset with a mic on it. And then my OBS was like, nah. Best we can do is nothing. So I guess I'm just gonna record using my laptop mic. Shit. Yeah, a lot of easy time save. We're still like doing really good and ahead, which is nice. So I don't have to worry too much. Which means I need to be not making any dumb mistakes. Like, I don't need that checkpoint flag, I just threw my cap at it. Because when I was doing this run all of the time, a couple years ago, I would just go right around that poison swamp, and on the off chance I died, your last checkpoint is, I guess, over in the ruins if you hit that checkpoint, but sometimes I don't hit that checkpoint, so. The bird does come over here in this part of the run too, so like I'm thinking about maybe changing my route, because like you saw at the beginning, if I miss the bird at the beginning, like when I'm first going up onto those buildings to get the one on the tower, I can still get it after I go in and out of the loading zone again, but it's like slower than if I just get it first. So I'm thinking maybe if I miss it first next time, I'll just go for it at the end. And then if I don't get it, then, like, like, who cares? I can just go get the Notes Moon on top of the tree. Even that one's slow, too. Oh my god, another huge gold! Yay! I don't keep up super, like, a ton with, like, the rest of the speedrunning community for this game specifically. I keep up with, like, a few people who I watch. So I don't know, like, what the state of this game is right now, like, with runs. Oh my god, what are we doing? But it's gonna be funny, because I've seen, like, on the leaderboard so many, like, runs being timed on, like, Switch 2s. Which probably, well, almost definitely, like, improves loading times and stuff like that, but I don't know if I'm ever gonna get one of those. At least not now. And not on my salary that I'm gonna be making next year. Will not have the beans for that. Oh my god. Even though this isn't, like, perfect Lake Kingdom, I do really like Lake Kingdom. All of, like, the super short kingdoms are really fun. And gratifying because they're short, and it's easier to like remember the route. But also you can't like lose as much time, so you're technically closer to like splits of people who know what they're doing. Oh my god! Unless you literally go everywhere but the moon. Then your splits are gonna be pretty dog shit. I also like to grab that checkpoint. Like, Rango is super easy, but I almost mess up the first part. But just on the off chance that I do mess up the first part, like a buffoon. I'm cutting that. I'm cutting that way closer than I usually do. But here's like another multi-moon, which you see I dove and messed it up. But there's like a way, maybe like ground pounding and then diving into it, that you like get enough height like at the perfect time where it's first for you able to like reach it. I just need to learn how to do that. Once again, I don't need to right now to save time. Obviously, we're 50 seconds ahead and I'm playing like doo-doo, but in the future. And I think acknowledging or knowing where I have time save, even like I haven't like done any VOD review at all, but knowing where I have time save is going to be super helpful for when I do have to practice, because then I can just do segmented runs. Because I struggle a lot with practicing. The only thing I've practiced today is Mooncave Skip, but that's like super easy to practice and it's super easy in general. Flash forward an hour and I can't do it. But I'm hoping this doesn't take forever, because I do want to eat breakfast before work, but I care more about this being done than eating breakfast, which maybe is a bad thing, but whatever. I hate this rabbit. The other day I grabbed that rock and got the rabbit so fast. Alright. But even though, like, I missed the rock a couple times there, like, normally that takes me so long. Even in, like, my actual PB when I was, like, playing every day and had nothing better to do. I say that like that's changed it all. But, like, when I was playing all the time, like, I just can't pick up the rock. I don't know what it is. I don't know what I was doing. Yeah, let's just dive into that. Why not? And then the other day, I don't know what I'm doing, bro. I'm bonking. I think in my last run that I recorded, or I guess the first one that I recorded for the Any Game percent, Any percent was, oh god, I'm like jumping around like a buffoon. I went up to the left there, instead of like coming to this tube where the, Fire Bro is, or Hammer Bro, I don't know which one it is. And I was going to like grab a moon that's not in my route, and then I like locked in. I'm like, what am I doing? So like in my last run, you see me just go up there and then like turn around. It's so funny. It is very funny. And I don't know what I'm doing. I literally am so knocked out. I was like thinking about what I wanted to say. Oh god. I like bonking there. I like bonking when it doesn't lose a ton of time. Like you bonk and then it instantly cancels the bonk, or it, you get a moon or whatever. Don't worry, it's just unnecessary time save. See, we're so far ahead. I figured, might as well make it interesting by bonking and taking damage like an idiot. And now I've completely forgot what I wanted to say. Oh, there's a lot of like segments of this game that I want to just run. Like that room would be really cool to just run. Oh, I don't remember where to stand. Oh, it's not there. Need to get better at that. Especially being conscious about like the camera, so these spawn faster. But yeah, segmented runs are like really cool. I don't know why they interest me. I mean, obviously, full game runs or longer runs are really cool. All of the like speedrun content I consume regularly is like super long form, like really long runs, like all moons, no or min caps, all moons, stuff like that. And I didn't even know there was a wall there to walk on. Oh my god. Okay. Yeah, but I guess my personal like infatuation with those shorter runs is originally a capture card was just not a possibility. So the only runs that I could record on my phone with my like undocked Switch were the short runs, like segmented runs. So like my first run, which is on the leaderboard, it's not on my YouTube anymore. I took it down, but is oh my god, yeah, that I had no momentum. I'll try one more time and then just do it the normal way. But it's just like a video on my phone because I couldn't like record any longer categories. Oh my god, then my angle's wrong. Okay. Yep, normal way. See, this is another one like that I should be able to get with that setup where you like walk to the back corner of like the moon platform, but I just don't practice because I'm an idiot. But that's something I can practice before I run. But yeah, those short categories that I could record on my phone were the only things possible. So those were like what I got a lot into myself. And then the only one I ended up picking was all death animations because it's really easy. But it is really cool because it's just like randomly like running around Sand Kingdom and then going to Lake Kingdom right at the end. Like it's like the routing is really funny to me. But I don't know why. I always do this. You're supposed to like stay extended so you can like. And I always fucked up too. Lot of easy time saves that I'm missing. It's gonna be funny to see my split at the end of this kingdom, because we're still gonna be like monstrously ahead. I don't remember how bad my Wooded Kingdom was the other time when I recorded this, but it hasn't been very good so far. Obviously, the deaths I've had have not been like super detrimental because you die and then it's not like you're far away from the spot you died at. But it's still obviously a death is a death and it's going to slow you down. Yeah, there I just walked forward and then delayed a dive, but there is better ways to do that stuff. The one where it's going to be really apparent that I don't know what I'm doing, even though I did at one point, is Ruined Kingdom. Like, I don't remember what happens exactly in Ruined Kingdom, but like the moon spawns in and you have like freedom of motion a lot earlier than like, say that one, or like Lake Kingdom or Cascade Kingdom. And I used to be able to, oh my god, what are we doing? I used to be able to just get it really fast, but now I won't be able to. I'll probably just walk forward like an idiot again. But whatever. Alright, we're still doing pretty good. Yeah, we had about the same Wooded Kingdom, which means that my last Wooded Kingdom, I don't know how many times I died in my last time. I hope I died, because if I didn't, then that Wooded Kingdom was really awful without me dying. Like, it's just really inconsistent and bad. So, hopefully I died. I don't know the quality of this, like, audio yet. Like, I'm gonna go back and watch it. Quality, like, actual audio levels wise and, like, what I'm saying. So hopefully if anybody's watching this other than me, which I doubt it, it's alright. But maybe one day. I do intend on getting a mic, but like getting it to work in OBS, I'm still figuring out OBS. It's actually super easy and simple because if I can understand it, then like I can't be that hard. But the audio levels was messing with me the other day when like my game audio got doubled. So like my first couple videos, like probably the audio of that full game run is miserable to listen to because I think it's just everything doubled. Grabbing those, I never know where to split here either. Grabbing his hat to hit him with also looks like super easy. But like I could never, I don't know why, when I first started running this, I could never do that consistently. Like I'd always mess it up, or like I'd be too close to him when the cap came back, so then he would just grab it from you. He's like, sorry, idiot, you have to do that shit again. Which can be really frustrating because I know I said I liked the short kingdoms, but like I really am not a fan of Cloud Kingdom, or low-key just Boss Kingdom in general. Ruined is alright because you're fighting a giant dragon, and that's cool, but not as cool as Lost Kingdom. If I can get the moon. Lost Kingdom is one of my favorites, even though losing in Lost Kingdom is pain incarnate. Like, my Lost Kingdom, I think, in my last run is so horrendously bad. Like, it's really bad. I think I die, and then, I, like, die, and then I might get kleptoed, and then it is just a series of unfortunate events. But Lost is really fun, because if you know what you're doing, kind of like those other short games I was talking about, it's over really fast. Just be sure not to die. But yeah, Lost Kingdom is really fun. I don't know if it's my favorite, like, in the run. Like, I definitely have favorite kingdoms in and out of, like, any percent run, for different reasons. Whether that be, like, whatever run. Oh my god. See, like, right there, we died, and I don't know what happened. I don't know if I bonked or what, but that's really unfortunate. But that's why, even though it's not necessarily, like, something you need to do, that's why I grabbed the, checkpoint there. Just on the off chance. Yeah, something like that happened again. Oh my goodness. This is kind of a repeat of my last Lost Kingdom. But it's okay. It is okay. I'm trying to be better about not letting this sort of thing frustrate me. Because I remember, like, oh my god, I already grabbed the moon. I don't know what I'm doing. I remember the other day when I was recording that run, when I died in Lost Kingdom again, I literally was, like, white-knuckling my Joy-Cons because I was so mad. Because, I mean, it's frustrating when you think you're good at a game. Oh my god, and then you do that. This one's fine, this one's not bad. Even though, does it save the cage being open? I guess we'll see. Yes, it does. Okay, good. Oh my god, what am I doing? What am I doing? Oh yeah, we're losing time. We were doing, like, pretty good before, and then we do that. Yeah, we were doing pretty good before, but now we're definitely bleeding. We have so much time save because, like I said, my run the other day was so doo-doo garbage. But this is bringing me back down to earth a little bit. I probably should have just went for the one in the stone cage, like, a minute ago, so I didn't, you know, die a bunch of times, but that's fine. Unironically, like, Lost is one of the few kingdoms that, for me at least, it's actually fun to practice. Because, like, I just load into a save file, which I need to, like... I probably should have made one there. Retrospectively. Because I'm bleeding... Once again, already on a bad Lost, and I bled, like, a shit ton of time, so... But once again, I guess that's good, because now next time I go in, if I do any amount of practice, or if I just don't die a bunch of times, then, like, it'll be super easy to save time against Lost. But obviously the goal is to get back down to a, well, this route, I don't know, this is a beginner route. Whoa! This is a beginner route on YouTube by, I believe, SMO Any. I don't know if I follow it to a T. There's some stuff he doesn't do that I do try and do, like that skip that I died on a couple of times in Blade Kingdom. I don't know if that's actually in the run. Okay, I almost messed that up. I usually mess that up. I don't know why I'm walking everywhere. I need to get better about, like, rolling or... Oh, nice. Or, like, spin pounding or stuff like that. That's another checkpoint I don't need to grab, but so many times I've just fallen off there for some stupid reason, and then, like, not having it is obviously, you know, detrimental. Could not do that jump to save my life the last time. Oh my god, what are we doing? Well, that could have been a lot worse. Yeah, this room is really frustrating. Because, like, it's so cool to do it fast, but messing it up is so easy for me. And then if you mess up, you just have to go all the way back. Like, I almost messed that up. But that jump, yeah, I would mess that up all the time when I first started playing this game. Need that checkpoint for later, I believe. But that's a big thing, like, that I need to get better about in this game. Not for this category, you don't really do a ton of menuing in this category. Oh my god, what are we doing? Oh my god. I hate the mech fight so much. This, like, it might not look like it. I remember when I was watching, like, people play this game, I was like, oh my god, why are they so garbage at using the cannon? But it's so, or the tank, and it's because the controls are so bad. I don't know what it is. I think it's, you can only have a certain number of, like, things in the air at a time, but, like, if I am moving and then I shoot, it, like, stops my momentum, which doesn't sound that bad, and I know it doesn't look that bad, but it is awful. There's also, like, an ideal way to take him through this, which I don't know, but I'm pretty sure he ends up on this wall anyway, so I think we're doing fine. But, yeah, if I 2-cycle, I will eat my flex tape, because I'm so, like you can see, I'm so garbage. Oh, well, we almost 2-cycled. Back cubes are hard. But yeah, I mean, 2-cycling it would be nice, or, yeah, 2-cycling it would be nice, but 3-cycling is kind of just whatever. Now, if I don't 3-cycle it, then I'm gonna crash out. There we go. Yeah, but that's just another one that practice would be probably pretty helpful. I need to get to a point where I can, like, there's something happening, like probably a cutscene like that, where I just switch the input of my TV, because in the background right now, I have a Castle Crashers XP glitch going. Because, I mean, if there's unspent time, then I can be grinding XP. But I'm actually almost not able to do that anymore, functionally. There's definitely some characters I could just, that are like level 80, that I could just load up and have them grind to 99, but there's no point. But like, I only have a few characters left that need to XP grind. And then it's just going to be the normal grind. Oh my god. Go. I always mess that up too. Definitely something I can practice. So there's a way you can like throw your cap, and like hold it. So like, I don't know. There's a lot of stuff maybe I can explain before or after running time. Just for those who are uninformed, which if you're watching me, you're probably uninformed. I don't know why I do this. There's one way I did it where you like turn the car around and then you just back it into the moon and it hits it every time. And for some reason, the last 2 times I've done this run, I'm just like, oh, let me drive it like a normal RC car, even though that's slower. So. But like I was saying a second ago, there's like a way you can like throw your cap. I tried to do it there, but I messed it up. You can throw your cap and then hold it with just like not letting go of the capture button. Oh, I always messed that up too, even though I actually got it my last run. And then you grab the moon, and the cap's still there. And then after you grab the moon, you shake, and Cappy tries to find like the nearest capture, and then he gets on the pole, and then you don't have to like walk back out of that little girder. And it's not gonna save like a ton of time, and I really, at this point, like I don't even need small time saves like that, but it'd still be cool, because it looks cool. Oh my god, what are we doing? Tomorrow? No, not tomorrow. In the next couple days, I'm probably going to be doing a run of Festival Percent. That's another one I liked doing, because I really liked the festival, and I think a lot of the like Metro Kingdom story development stuff is cool. Yeah, that's why we needed that checkpoint earlier. But I need to like set up my splits. My Any percent splits were like, or my current splits were Festival Percent splits, that I just modified and changed into it. Because, I don't know, my live split is all cooked for some reason. And oh god, sorry. Every time I like need to not mess up, I have to lock in. But for some reason my live splits is like super cooked, so I just need to like find a way to make like new splits. All right, we're gonna take this slow because I'm sure it was probably in my oh my god. And that's why, because I don't know what it is, but I just fall off this tower literally every opportunity I get. And normally it's easy to just jump up or jump off that other building and land right on the moon, but I'm not normal. Oh no. It's so hard to talk to no one. I'm not saying like I don't talk to anyone ever. Oh nice. I mean like to like a recording. I think my mouse is actually hovering over the stop recording button, so maybe we move that? Okay, nice. But I think because I talk to myself all the time, which I don't think is inherently a bad thing, it's making it a little bit easier. What am I doing? Oh, okay. This is another thing, like, I don't remember when, like, I just because I've watched a lot of Mario Odyssey content, but I probably only watched the like beginner route that I'm following like a couple times, maybe like for each segment a total of twice. So I really don't know how I like am able to remember all of the moons. I mean, some of them are really easy. Some of the kingdoms are really easy, but this one it's like so easy to forget. Like just some random moon that's just off in the middle of nowhere. Um, I feel like it should be, but then I don't. Because I remember for my last video, which was the full game run, um, I thought like when I got to Metro Kingdom that I was going to forget moons and I was just gonna like bleed time, looking for moons that weren't in the route or that they were in the route. I didn't remember what order to get them in or something like that. But I just remember, so it's really nice, and I don't know where that came from. Because it's definitely not from any of the people I'm watching. Because I split super early there on accident. Because they're definitely not doing this like goofy route. But I don't know. I feel like my depth of knowledge though, for moons and stuff like that, and tricks that I'm not doing is pretty high. So, but like the problem with like once I get to a level of like satisfaction with this run, like where I feel like I can't get any faster without going for other stuff, it's like I don't know how I'm gonna change the route. Like what to incorporate, what to skip. Because there's so many like things you can change. I mean, obviously, I don't think I'm ever going to be at like a sub-hour level. But like getting to like right around an hour will be really cool. But I don't know. It all depends on time. If this is like the only console I'm bringing with me when I move, though, like I'm sure I will find time to play. Especially with like a capture card. God, I'm going slow. And I'm bonking. Like I'm sure it will not be super hard to want to play a game. But I don't know. I do really want to, if this audio quality turns out decent, I'm probably going to record some Castle Crashers. Because before oh my god, what am I doing? Before I move, I'm going to Gold Skull every character, which I have a few Gold Skulled, and some are like getting close to the end of the game. Alright. Sorry, I usually bonk there, so that's why I'm quiet. I need to learn how to roll cancel. But anyway. I need to Gold Skull every character? I don't need to. I want to Gold Skull every character. But the problem is it's such, like, even with, like, the XP glitch, which, I mean, you just literally have to find time and have it running in the background. That's not the issue. The issue is that, like, some of the insane mode levels are just such a time sink, and I've finally started juggling. I don't know why I didn't juggle in the past, for Castle Crashers Enemy, because it's definitely, like, the best way to kill them without taking damage yourself. Even with that, it's so, like, insane mode enemies have so much health, so it just takes so long. And, like, the short levels, it's fine, you're just, like, kind of in for, like, a lot of, like, enemy damage. But, like, the long levels, you're in for a lot of enemy damage and a lot of just packs of enemies, so they just take forever. And if you're playing one player, two player, you can kind of, I don't want to say BS your way through because it's still hard, but you can kind of like, I don't know why I'm going this one first, but whatever. Normally I do the other room in here before this one, but this is fine. But in one player in insane mode, which is what I want to do the majority of it in, I don't know why, because I have a friend who has some level 99s and like useful level 99s, like Red Knight or like King, who are super useful. But like at the same time, like when I have free time to play Castle Crashers, I don't want to just like subject him to be like, hey, like help me. But I've already told him, because there's one part at the end of the game. I do want to try and do it by myself in Insane Mode, which I think I might have done it before on the old, like the original Xbox 360 version. Is beating the Necromancer, which is not the final boss, but the second final boss of Castle Crashers. And it is so ridiculously annoyingly hard on Insane Mode by yourself. Even with, like, I've done it with, like, every combination of, like, 1 player, 2 player, 3 player. It is so miserable. It is so hard. But I've already told him, like, I'm going to get every character there, and then he needs to help me, because I don't think I'm going to be able to do it without him. Or maybe I could, but it would take so many hours and attempts that it's just not... It doesn't sound fun anymore. Alright, let me not die to a Goomba. But yeah, that's something I've been looking forward to, and just, like, been occupying a lot of my time and mind space. Oh my god, what am I doing? But yeah. Oh my god. I'm literally just sliding around like an idiot. I kinda want to try this jump. I don't know why. There's no reason to, but... Yeah, guys, wasn't that jump super cool? Ignore the part where I died and it was necessary for me to do that jump. But yeah, that's been occupying a lot of my time, or like my leisure time. Because this is I'm not like conflating this with productive time, because it's not. But I definitely need to be like focusing. Like, I just want to focus on one thing and get that one thing done. Oh damn, we're losing time. That's unfortunate. I remember my snow being decent in the other run, so this isn't super upsetting to me. But it's hard because, like, right now I'm getting into so many... Like, I just got a capture card, so I want to play this game, which is the only one I've been, like, even considering seriously, like, running and playing. Even though I'll probably also get Celeste and run that, because I really like that. And I think my... I don't know what the right terminology is. Not skill ceiling. I feel like I can get a lot better at that relative to the top players than I could at this. I don't know if that makes sense. But we'll see. I mean, I fully intend to run both games, though, okay. The beginning of this kingdom, I always forget. But this is probably my favorite kingdom in the run. Or at least the any percent run that I do. Because it's so fast if I do it right. And I do, like, one of the only, like, cool tricks that I am capable of, because it's really easy, but that I am capable of in the whole run, which is fish clip, which, once again, I'm explaining all this, and it's funny that I'm explaining all this, because it's, like, I'm explaining it the same way that, like, YouTubers I watch would oh my god, what am I doing? Would explain a trick, but, like, the tricks they're explaining are, like, some stupid, obscure trick that only matters in one part of the game. Whereas, like, I'm explaining fish clip, but I guess if anybody's watching this, they probably don't know what that is, so. Or if they do, they heard me talk about it in person already. Not a good start to Seaside, which is kind of unfortunate, but that's not the cool part of Seaside, so we can do the cool part and get it done quick, then it'll be okay. But yeah, getting into that little area where you're supposed to have like a Gushin, and bonking a bunch of times and messing it up definitely sucks, but like I said, the rest of this kingdom is so fast that it doesn't even matter. The only thing that's gonna like significantly slow me down, which, knock on wood, is like messing up fish clip. But I don't know. It's really like, that's another one that it's like super easy to not mess up at all. Provided I'm like locked in and I'm actually thinking. Alright. But let us do it. But yeah, like when I first started doing this run, oh yeah, I messed it up. I messed it up all the time. But it's really, yeah, you really just push them out. I really liked like stuff like this in any game. Like going out of bounds, doing unintended stuff is really cool. Especially when it's, even though it takes a little bit of prestige away from it, because this one is so easy. It's still cool. Alright, and that is Seaside Kingdom. I'm like sporadically taking sips of my coffee anytime I like globe or like teleport to a checkpoint, just because I have like a second. But we're making pretty good time. I don't remember what my time was the other day. It's like a 122 or like a 125 or something. I really don't remember. Oh, 123. I literally can look at it. But yeah, I mean, I'm hoping we're gonna beat that. The only thing that I can really foresee happening is a horrendous, like an awful Bowser's Kingdom, because like I am actually racing against a decent Bowser's Kingdom, so I actually, I don't think I'll fall behind, but it'll probably even out, just because I had such a bad Lost Kingdom in this run. But like if I can get Mooncave skip, then I'm like, in a few attempts, then I'm chilling. Like we'll probably just be fine. This is another kingdom I really like. There's a lot of cool stuff in this kingdom. I don't really do a lot of the cool stuff, but like the damage boost I do later is really cool, which also took me a bunch of tries to like be able to do. Even though it's not really hard, it's just like getting up to like do it is hard. Oh my god, I always mess that up. Let's go. But yeah, a lot of cool stuff like that. Like as nice and probably more beneficial as it would be for me to get like the consistent stuff down, like my fundamentals, like cap bouncing, spin throwing, or not spin throwing, spin pounding, motion controls, which I was talking about earlier. The flashy stuff is always going to be like more entertaining for me, at least right now. Because there's some, you know, element of risk to it. Like, oh, if I get the trick, then I save time. And if I mess it up twice, like Wooded Kingdom, then I lose the time. Because they're not, those tricks aren't super consistent for me yet. But it is interesting. Like, I'm trying to remember how much of these tricks are in that beginner route that I'm actually following, or how many of them are just kind of like adjacent to the route and you can take. Because I don't think that wooded one is in the route. I might be mistaken, but I think the damage boost is. It like almost assuredly is, which is funny because it doesn't feel like a beginner trick. I mean, it's not too hard, but I don't know. Just rambling. I always like. I know earlier I was talking about like how I like don't forget the route, but like always there. I don't know why. I just go straight for that checkpoint every time instead of like coming up here like you're supposed to. And I don't know why. And here, like I go back into town, and it's probably just better to come up on. Oh my god. A little slow grabbing the crate there, but that's okay. I don't remember what my luncheon looked like in the last run, or what I'm running against, so hopefully not good. I could probably, like, add up the time and see how it was, but... And we missed. Nice. Oh, I do remember in my last run here, like, this part specifically, like, getting from there to this pillar, I, like, messed up for some reason. I think I rolled off the pillar and then, like, missed, and then... Almost like that. I need to get better at that specifically, like, getting here so I can get the lava guy. I don't remember what they're called. Like in one cycle, but it's kind of just whatever. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm like trying to throw the runaway, clearly. Just like not flicking at all as hard as I should be. Oh, I love that jump. It like looks like you're gonna miss every time, but then you actually make it. And I didn't want to say anything about it and then mess it up, so that's why I didn't. Okay. See, like this, I always struggle to get up here. Okay, there we go. Or usually what'll happen if I do get up there is I'll get up there, and then I will slide too far and take damage. See, that's the damage thing I was talking about. It's actually not too hard. That's another thing that, like, it's just practice. Which, that's one of the few tricks that I actually practiced a decent amount because it saves a good amount of time. Other than practicing, I don't know, Lost and not, I don't know, what am I doing? You're supposed to capture the hammer, bro, or the pan, bro, and I'm just not doing it. And I'm taking damage. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. I'm really trying to make it so I have to lock in at the end of this run. Clearly, make it interesting. That's always what happens, like, if I'm on a run like this, even when I was, like, playing well and better and, like, more consistently. Like, somehow I would, like, shit away all of the time save, and then right at the end of the run, I'm, like, right up neck and neck with my PB. Which, I mean, not, once again, not that anyone is probably going to watch this other than myself, but it makes it a more interesting watch, but it makes it so much more stressful to play. But then on the other side of that, if I'm like super ahead, which I'm not, I really am not right now, because of this Bowser's Kingdom. Like, I know I'm going to lose time in Bowser's Kingdom. What am I doing? But if I was like super ahead, like minutes and minutes and minutes ahead without like, I don't want to say without like good kingdoms in front of me, but like with like average times in front of me. Like let's say I had like a subpar or like a normal Bowser's Kingdom instead of a good Bowser's Kingdom, then I'd be nervous because like if you've messed that up, then you're, you know. All right. I need to practice this section too. I really like skipping like up here. Oh, and messing it up too. Why not? Yeah, I do like going around that instead of going up the normal way. Any sequence break, even one that is just a little, is very cool to me. But this, we're just grabbing this moon. It's very weird because Cookatiel is just up here, like with her stew, and I haven't actually played through or watched the story in so long. Maybe I'll watch like somebody do a or like a piece percent. But I just don't remember why she's not already bugging at you. And then you get the multi-moon, and then she freaks out. Or he freaks out. I think it's a she. But yeah, that's actually pretty good. Oh, we golded in Seaside? I did not even see that. My Seaside must have been crap last time. But yeah, that was a decent luncheon. I don't know if we're picking up a lot of time. Oh, okay. It didn't feel like it didn't feel great, especially the shenanigans with that pan bro. Um, but maybe my last one just kind of sucked or was just subpar. So, all right. Well, giving me a little bit more time to lose in Bowser's, which is nice because I need to just take it slow because Bowser's is probably I don't know. I really like Bowser's Kingdom, but it is so easy for me to mess up Bowser's Kingdom. Like I do it all the time, and like obviously the big like part um, where I could save time in Bowser's is other than execution is um, the boss fight, like the mech. But I don't know that like fast strats for the mech are really hard. I actually did try to practice that. But that was like right when I stopped playing all the time. Like that was like the point I'd reached of like that's the next big thing I'm gonna focus on in practice. Because I mean obviously like working on fundamentals is just that's gonna come with time. Yeah, that was actually a pretty good phase. But like how I want to like implement those really hard tricks, not like the Wooded Kingdom one. That's just one where I literally need to practice it, or like a Moon Cave skip. Like that's just one that needs to be in every run, and I just need to practice. But something like the mech fight, or what's the other one I was thinking of? Yeah, this one. I don't know why I'm so far away. There's another trick I was thinking of I can't think of at the moment. But stuff like that, I want to implement it kind of one at a time. Oh, DSS, that's what I was thinking of. And DSS is way harder than the mech, I think. Just because it's less consistent. But, and as frustrating as it is to like start runs and then just, oh, what am I doing? And then not finish them because you're doing a really hard trick. It'd be cool to implement those tricks over time. And like the cool thing about DSS is even though I don't want to play Cap Kingdom a billion times, is it's right at the beginning of the run. So you like do Cap Kingdom, which my Cap Kingdom definitely needs work. And then you do like the first 5 seconds of Cascade. Oh, see, I did it right that time. Then you do the first 5 seconds of Cascade, and then you do DSS. And then if you mess it up, you just have to do that again. Which is probably why my first half of the game overall generally is better than my second half of the game. Not so much now because I just haven't played in so long, so it's all kind of the same base crap level. But like in the past, my early game used to be so much better than my late game, like measurably better than my late game. Just the consistency, the like knowing the route, doing everything as fast as possible, just because I played it so many more times. But that's I was also doing like Festival Percent, which is just the first half of the game, and like, or like going for that Wooded Kingdom. Oh, okay, nice, save some time. I'm like my splits have been so weird and like late sometimes, and there's some kingdoms where like if there's a cutscene at the end, I don't know exactly where to split and stuff like that, but whatever. But I'm not super pressed about like the time of like the kingdoms here. Like it's only gonna be a second off, and I'm not submitting this. If I submit a run, it will be with no audio at all, or not no audio at all, like no recorded audio from me. Like I just want game audio because I don't want to subject some poor speedrun moderator to this. Even though like I don't know. I feel like last time the turnaround, or I don't know why I'm getting that. The turnaround on like me submitting a run, and then it getting like, oh my god, what am I doing? It getting like reviewed and then put on the leaderboard was, I feel like, really fast in the past, but maybe it wasn't. Maybe I'm just forgetting. Then again, I've only submitted one run to the leaderboard, and that was a run on my phone, which they had to watch. But I was hoping, I don't know why, that if it was like more polished and actually recorded with like a Neo Geo, even though the game audio is doubled and they might, I don't think they'll care, but it's just kind of annoying to listen to. I always like jump dive there, even though it's definitely not the fastest way. Sorry, I'm just locking in a little. That's actually pretty good shards for me. Normally my shards is... These shards specifically is doo-doo garbage. I don't know why I'm saying these shards specifically like I do any other shards in this run, but that was actually really cool. I'm satisfied with that shards movement. And it took all of my energy focusing on shards movement, and that just took away my brain. Let me low-key see what time we work. We're gonna bleed a little time here, probably. I work at 10:45. Okay, we are being chilling then. And this is not going to get posted until this evening, so it's fine. I don't have to even worry about leaving my computer on. You can also like dram that thing I was talking about earlier with like the girder. You can do that there too. You like leave Cappy near the like the wire, and then you like do Cappy-less movement up to that moon. But that's like I need to like watch that because that's actually pretty hard. Or I think it would be. It looks hard because I struggle to. I always mess up this fight, so that's why I'm trying. And somehow I managed to get literally the last one. Yeah, I need to get better at jumping on him when he's in like that first mode when he goes into the hats. But you can do Capulus movement and get up to that moon and then dram back. I think that's what it's called. There's another one that's more useful in... there's a couple that are useful in the run, but the big one I think is just Sand Kingdom, where you do it with a bullet bill. That one's... I think that one's pretty hard, but I don't know, it's all a matter of if I practice it at all, which I haven't done for like any of them. So, but along with doing like specific like trick practice, I do want to just do practice of specific kingdoms. Oh god, I cannot hit Harriet. There we go. And then like I can just record that. More so for my own benefit, because even though apparently people have been like a few people have watched these, which is endearing, but I don't know, because I know watching back I'm gonna like hear my voice and it's gonna be like too quiet, or it's gonna be mixed with the game audio wrong or something, and then I'm gonna be like, darn, I'm an awful person or something. But I don't know. Maybe I won't be as self-conscious as I'm thinking I will be. W. And I knew I was going to do it. I always am like so methodical. Well, obviously not that time, but like I'm so like careful in that room, like here, because I'm like, oh, I'll miss the pipe and have to go back, and then I'm like, I'll just roll into it, and then of course I missed. Jeez, these launch out fast as fuck. Alright, checkpoint. Tokyo. Cool capture. There is a lot of min capture stuff I want to do, but min capture is, oh my god, I say min capture and then I can't use the actual capture. Like, what am I doing? But min capture is so hard, and there's so much like, oh god, I don't think I need this checkpoint, but I'm just gonna grab it because why not? Why not lose another second? But there's so much BS you have to do in min caps. That it's so much work. So that'll be like a later thing if that ever happens. But yeah, this boss fight, like, there's ways to get up there without Tokyo, which is this capture that I'm using, that actually make it quicker. But if I do this right, then I can just stay up here. And I didn't do it right. Nice. Nice, guys. Oh, I got back up. Okay. See, I don't know why I did that one first. Normally I was trying to save that one for later, but whatever. Well, this is a decent moon so far. Like, I don't want to knock on wood, but... But it's always when I'm up here and then I have to hit, like, these last couple on the side is when I, like, mess up. Yeah, see, I messed up there. And I need to get better at that. I need to get better at, like, obviously getting up there. So if I get up there without Tokyo, then that'd be great. I don't know why I'm doing this instead of just going up the side of its legs. And I messed it up again. I love how their countermeasure for you, like, getting back up on the mech is, like, sending you out and up. But it kind of just, if you aren't shit at the game, it kind of just sets you up to get right back up on top. Let me not use this stuff. Okay. That was actually not a horrendous Bowser's Kingdom. I'm almost definitely going to lose some time because I did have a better Bowser's fight last time, I think. But the rest of Bowser's was fine. The only slowdown was that, you know, rolling into the pipe like an idiot. Yeah, this is pretty good. I do have to leave for work, like, soonish. So, like, what am I doing? So I definitely need to kind of clutch this run up and then finish my coffee. And head out. I was going to go straight from work to somewhere else and bring clothes, but I'm just going to come home and change, I think. Yeah, and that way I can grab, like, a water bottle and stuff. See, I'm losing time. Actually, not as much time as we'd be losing, which is nice. We're still going to be basically 2 minutes ahead, probably like 150-ish. I don't know who's watching this or your familiarity with live split, but basically, like, the times on the right will just say it's my PB because, I mean, it's not, but it's my recorded best. So that's like my splits for those, or it was my splits for those. Now it's obviously the splits for this run. So those white times on the left are the time the timer was at when I finished those kingdoms. But now for Moon Kingdom, that's the time I was at when I finished my best. Um, and then the times on the left are how ahead of like my other skips, the one I'm running before, or I ran before. Um, it's like how much time ahead of that split. Now a gold split, this is really confusing, or not confusing, but misleading, because like all of these splits are gold. Because like I said before, my last run was not good, at least for like me. Like I'm definitely better than my last run. But God, I'm really struggling to talk. So gold splits means it's the fastest you've ever done that split. So I was 16 seconds ahead of my first split, and that is the fastest I've ever done that. And then green splits are you're ahead, but it's not your best ever. And then I don't have any in this run, but like a red split is like, oh, you're behind whatever pace you were at in your run that you were running against, or your last run, or whatever it may be. Oh, okay, I don't think I got it. This is the only thing I practiced before this run, and I still might not get it. The good thing is, I do remember that the last time I did Moon Kingdom, like, I died, I think, twice, or, like, once at the beginning, so, like, I lost a decent amount of time. God. This is really annoying now. What do you think? But yeah, this is something I clearly need to practice. I practiced it a little bit before this run, hoping that would be enough. Oh, that should be good. Because last run I literally, like, it'd been so long, and I mean, I know, like, the setup and what you're supposed to do, but it's easy to, like, miss, like, that first wall jump and, like, where you're supposed to go. So, like, literally in the run, it's funny. You see, like, me stop moving because I looked up, like, a YouTube short on how to do moon skip, which is super scuffed. Alright, this Bowser's fight is the annoying one. And I'm not gonna return the damn it. Yeah, normally I don't mess that one up because that one's actually really easy, but... What am I doing? If you hear a lot of motion, it's because I'm literally shaking the controller to punch him faster. There's a lot of motion controls in this game, some of which are more useful or like necessary than others. A lot of the like inputs for like certain throws and like side throws and up throws and stuff are motion related. And I haven't really done those a ton. I think a good, that's another reason I really like, what am I doing? I don't know, I'm literally like zoned out because I'm talking, but another good place for me to practice that sort of stuff is in all death animations, which is why I like it, because, I mean, you can only save so much time in that, and it's basically all just execution. And so that, like, the stuff that's useful there is, like, up throws or side throws, which the side throw is actually the part that I usually can get consistently. But, like, up throws to move around out of, like, hit stun faster, or, like, coming out of a painting faster, like, at the beginning of the run. Alright, there we go. I distinctly remember, like, messing up the Bowser's fight last time too. I don't know. This mess up was really stupid. Like, I know better. I don't know why I'm about to split. I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, my menuing has been really bad this run. I also did an all death animations run today already. But finding like where those like optimizations and like motion controls are going to be useful in this run will be important, because there's definitely, I mean, obviously there's places to use it, but I just I'm like a creature of habit, so I need to like implement those, and then like very much like think about it while I'm doing it. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I literally always mess that up lately, so that's really nice. It's not like a huge time save, but just like not getting it feels bad, man. Because it's really easy to do. But I don't know if I just jump early or like it starts another triple jump and then what am I doing? I have messed up in this 2E section before at the end of a really good run and basically killed it, like killed a PB before it even happens, and that is heartbreaking. Now this room I do need to practice. The only problem with this room is it's like, I'm sure there's a painting that lets you play the ends again. I don't know if it's in the chapel or in Mushroom Kingdom. I'm sure it's in the chapel. But basically you can just like break these before Bowser even like has an opportunity to get to them. Where's my camera going? But like the motion control for like that is not necessarily annoying, but it's like hard to aim. Like as you can see, I'm like, or like I barely miss. And I think people literally just don't even go to this one, but like I just run over and hit it because like it's quicker than me missing 800 times. But I've died in this room too before, which even more so kills the run because you waste time getting here, and then if you die here, you get reset to the beginning of that section where you turn into Bowser, I'm pretty sure, and that is just heartbreaking. But that was actually a pretty good run. I'm actually excited to listen to myself, which sounds kind of conceited. Oh well, my Castle Crashers XP farm has turned off. Buzz all right. But I'm excited to see like how the audio sounds. Less so for me, like that sounded really egotistical, but more so for like the game audio not being doubled and it being leveled correctly. So hopefully that sounds good. Thank you.